Hi, I'm Paqueta12 and this is another tutorial exclusively for you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Today we play with something that usually requires code and this is cellular noise. We built these bubbles you see here and we'll do it as in the book of shaders since we recreate this algorithm and we'll have the grid and the neighbors cells and everything. Okay, let's see, we build this file here and no matter how I play with the noise parameters, the spheres will not be clipped by the grid. So let's jump in. I leave this here to guide me. And let's have a new base and start from scratch. So first we need a constant chop. Okay, and here what we need, we go with a cell size, right? So cell, let's go with only 8 for now. And the grid, since we do a square texture, we only need one value, so grid will be let's go with 5 for now. Okay, what else? I need something for a radius. Okay, and yeah, a speed maybe. Okay, and now I will put a null here, and in between I insert a null in order to have a folder. So collapse selected. Okay, let's go in and see what we need. First, I want to grab the cell and the grid, and I'll rename this as res, and here I use mod, okay, and multiply channels, and now I have the resolution. Okay, here we go with merge, and yeah, okay. What else? Let's grab the speed. Okay, so select, and I'll take the speed and rename it as time. Okay, and now I use a speed chop. Okay, and I'll have a value for time. What else? Let's grab the grid. Okay, and I want to make have a value for offsetting the UV, so that would be 1 divided by the grid, and so I'll go with the expression chop, and here, okay, here I'll go with 1 divided by, okay, and let's rename this, not grid, as it will be offset. Okay, and what else? I need something for those points, okay, when they move, to not cross the boundaries of 3 by 3 cells, and here I include all the neighbors of one cell. Okay, so that would be, let's see, okay, if I have the point here in the center, I can go with the radius as big as those 3 by 3 cells. Okay, and at the time I approach the boundaries, I need to modify the scale to be 0 to not cross this limit. Okay, and yeah, the travel would be this offset, okay, which is a cell fraction of all UV multiplied with 1.5. So let's rename this. Okay, I will name it amp. Okay, and I use a bat and I multiply it with 1.5. Okay, and we good. We have everything we need now. Okay, let's start with a UV, and I use a ramp top for this, and I prefer to have this in a linear resolution, so I use the full resolution here and here 1. Okay, and let's set this as nearest pixels and 32 mono. Okay, and now I will use a null. Okay, and I make a folder here by placing a null like this, and here I want to build my UV, and I use a info chop here. Okay, and I'll take this in, and I want to have this value. Okay, and now I use fit top. Okay, and this has to be fill nearest pixels. Okay, and the resolution would be this one. Okay, and now I use a flip and go for the bottom left flop. Okay, and now reorder. Okay, and second input, this should be 32 RG. Okay, okay, now I have my UV, and so let's rename this final texture as UV. Okay, and now I need something for the points. So actually this UV, it's split it in a grid, and so for each cell I need the values for the center point, and I can go with this and change the resolution to grid like this. It's the same, you see. Just wait a second, because I need, oh, okay, so I make sure everything is nearest pixels. Okay, okay. Now also here I would like to do that, since I might try some lower resolutions, so yeah, I want to see that. Okay, but yeah, it's the same as we go with my favorite component right here. Okay, and this would be pixelate, so it's the same. If here I'll take the cell value. Okay, now what this does, make an average of all the points in this cell. So okay, now I go with the null, and I'll name this center. Okay, I don't need this. What else? Let's see. For the noisy points, I use a noise top, and this should be grid resolution like this, and yeah, 32 RG. Okay, let's check. I'm 32 here and here. I'm good. And not mono. Okay. These values are in between 0 and 1, and they might go outside a little bit, so we use a level to clamp this between 0 and 1. Okay, and now I would like to use a matte and rearrange the 0, 1 to minus amp to plus amp. Okay, so I'll take this, I go here. Okay, and the first one should be minus. Now I'm good. Let's make nearest pixels. Okay, and I can now I can add these noisy values to here, but first I use fit. Okay, and I'll go, let's take this here. Okay, I'll go with the full resolution like this, and let's set nearest pixels. Okay, and now we use add here, and now I have moving centers. Okay, I would like to find the scale, since yeah, the scale will be different according with the position. So I want to separate the x value and y value and see when it gets closer to the boundaries. Okay, and let's use a null here like this, and I'll make a folder by placing a null first and then collapse selected. Okay, and here my values go for minus to positive, and the rule is the same, and so I would like to use here a mat and make all the values positive. Okay, like this. And now I'll separate x and y with the reorder. Okay, this one will take the red and should be a 32 mono. Okay, I'll color this red. Okay, let's set nearest pixels. Okay, and Control C, Control V, color this red, and don't forget to take the green. We color green, yeah. And now this value goes from 0 to amplitude, okay, since it's positive now, and I want to inverse this in order to use it for the scale. So I use a mat here, okay, and I rearrange. Let's first set the nearest pixels, okay, and I rearrange this from 0 to amp, okay, to amp to 0, okay, and we can use the same mat for y. And now we use a component, okay, and this should take here as a operation minimum, okay, and we done. I only want to multiply this in a mat top with my radius here, okay, nearest pixels. Okay, we done. We only need to use a fit here to have all those textures the same resolution. So I will grab this. Okay. And now let's use select, and I want to take all those textures. Okay. Okay. Let's grab them here, and I will make a folder like this. Okay, and now let's see what we can do here inside. First, let's make sure this one is nearest pixels, since now is not because of this guy. Yeah, okay, and I use a subtract, okay, and from here I use a mat, and I can go with the length here, right? But instead I'll go square add, and no root, since I want to build a sphere where I have each center. And so the formula for this require a distance square. So yeah, I'll have here distance square, only I need to mask the alpha and make this 32 mono. Okay, and now let's name it distance square. Okay, and I have to use a math to square the radius also. Okay, and this should be squared. Okay, and now let's use a subtract, and I'll subtract the distance square out of radius square, and here I go with math. Okay, and this should be root. And now you see I have some spheres. Obviously they are clipped by the grid, and don't worry, we solved that. Okay, it's good. We can use an out. Okay, and actually we did all the computation we need. Okay, but I would like to clean the pixels which I don't need. So here, for example, I have this sphere, and outside the sphere I want to clear the texture. So for that I use math here and go with the ceiling, and then multiply. Okay, and we good now, right? And one thing I would like here to see something else, since you'll notice as we go further for the rest of the cells, it's much easier to see. So this one, it's math 1. So yeah, let's go here and say math 1. Okay. Okay. What I need now is to compute the same thing, but with neighbors. So actually I use this, and I need to offset this UV. Okay, and instead I will use the transform here like this, even though this is taking 0 as is the center cell. Okay, and yeah, let's make custom component here, and I need something for offset, right? And with 2 values. Okay, we good now. Okay, and let's take, no, not here, we go inside, we use parameter chop like this, and in this transform I'll take those values, okay, for translate. And now obviously it's 0 here, and also when we finish the shift and make the computation, we shift back. So we need the same transform here, but we'll go with a minus. Okay, okay, and what I want to do is set the pivot to 0 for both. Okay, okay, and now we good. And let's see if I copy this here, and I wanna let's start from the top. Okay, so if I want to compute the top cell, okay, I shift the UV down, right? And let's use this offset here, and you see now I see a white line, a whiter line. Okay, so obviously it's not the top, now it's top, and we good. Let's see, since I want to use here composite. Okay, and go for maximum or brightness. Okay, and yeah, let's see that. First of all, I will increase the size of a cell, and obviously the final resolution will be higher. Okay. Okay. And yeah, let's go with this. But I need to change the offset now, right? So now it's top and right. Okay, so let's see how we do this. Okay. Okay, we're good now. And now I want only right. Okay, and yeah, you notice the spheres are getting better and better, so let's hope for the best. Now I need right and bottom, so again 2 values. Okay, and yeah, let's see, this one it's plus, right? And not this one, it's minus. Okay, and this one is plus. Okay, now we're good. Let's go with another one. And here I only want bottom, so I don't need an X. Okay, we're good. And let's see, now I need the bottom left, so again 2 values, right? And yeah, this one should be like this. Okay, and another 2. This one will be left, so yeah, I don't need on Y anything. Okay, it's good. Okay, and let's see the last one. Last one would be left and top, and so again 2 values here. And yeah, let's see. Not. This is plus, and yeah, I believe it's good. Let's see. Yeah, it seems good. You see now the spheres are not clipping. So let's use the time we have here. Okay. And yeah, let's make it a little bit slower. Okay. Now we have a bunch of spheres, and we can increase this as much as we want. I will not go too crazy, since I'm using the official version and the free one. Okay, and the maximum resolution would be 1280, so we already reached the maximum resolution. Okay, but yeah, we have a bunch of balls now, and I would like to have this colored in a nice way. And what I like to do, it's use a normal map. Okay, now it's gray, since I need here level. Okay, and this has to be 32 RGB. Okay, now let's take off the clamp and go a little bit crazy with contrast. You see, I can increase this till some green or orange ugly spots. You see, they starting to come, and yeah, let's see, 50, it's perfect. And now if I chain another level here, okay, I take off the clamp, I mask the blue, and I can go even more crazy with this, and I'll still have a very nice normal map. Okay, and now I want to use a noise. Okay, and this should be my final resolution. Okay, like this. Okay, and this should be 32 RGB. Okay, and I connect the normal map into the second input. Okay, now if you see, I have something like I don't know, metal balls, or if I increase the period, you see. Now let's go for the colors. Okay, and yeah, we have this. Let's see it. This one. Let's chain a null here. Sorry, null. Okay. And yeah, we don't want the green background, and so we either multiply this with something out of here. Okay, let me show you. Multiply, and then we get something quite dark like this, and we can go with, I don't know, function if you want. Okay, and here we go with input one exponent, and we can change the brightness. Okay, but instead I want to oh, sorry. Okay, here I will use a matte. Okay, and now if I take the ceiling, okay, I'll have a perfect mask. So what if I multiply this one? Okay, so yeah, this is how you do it, and you can go crazy with these colors, and yeah, depends how you like. Okay, and when you increase these normals, okay, let me show you here. The colors will change also. Okay, you can play with the z values here, and maybe 1 to be different than xy, or 1 or 2, or I don't know how you like it. And yeah, let's change here. Let's say I want a grid 3 times more, so I need to have the cell 3 times smaller to fit into the maximum resolution. So let's take 48 and 30, 40. Okay. Now, yeah, the resolution it's still is still good, and if we play with this noise now, whatever we do, the balls will not get clipped, and you can make it as it might look like those balls are in a 3D space. Okay, so yeah, it's how you like it. Okay. Okay, yeah, this was my tutorial. I really hope you like this. You'll find this file attached, and yeah, please comment and give me some suggestion if you have on some desired tutorials if you have. And thank you so much for your support, and Special thanks for today goes to Ois Nolar, Roy Gerritsen, and Dimitri Diak. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye.